Do you feel safe in your family home? The place you grew up in, does it feel like a safe haven? Could you find a reasonable explanation for the following story? A young couple was working abroad. After they had a baby, they decided to return to their home country. The man wanted to rebuild his family farm and construct a new house with the money he had earned after years of hard work overseas. His parents were old and could no longer maintain the farm, so they chose to buy a small apartment in the city, where the rest of their children lived. The man sent his brother the money so he could hire workers and begin building the new house before the couple arrived. A couple of months after their return, the farm was almost complete. The new house needed just a few more weeks before it would be ready for living. In the meantime, they decided to stay in the old farmhouse, a single-story building made of clay and mud bricks. The man's parents had done their best to maintain the interior and often used it as a weekend escape from city noise. The couple, being young and energetic, managed to clean up the place in a single day, sweeping away dust and cobwebs. The following days passed peacefully. Work on the new house progressed smoothly, the old one was comfortable enough to live in, and the baby was healthy and happy. Even after all building expenses, they would have plenty of money left over. Life was good, until one night. The old house consisted of one big room and an attic used for storage. Next to it stood an outhouse and a well. The entrance had an old wooden door and, beside it, a single window. There was no electricity, only battery lamps lit the nights. It began with the sound of scratching from the attic. This wasn't the faint scurrying of a mouse, it was loud enough to wake the baby and make her cry. The woman, frightened, took the child into bed with them. The man cursed, blaming that damn rat, and swore that first thing in the morning, he'd find it and put an end to it. At dawn, he climbed into the attic to hunt the intruder. The space was mostly empty, just a few old farm tools. Grabbing a spade, he banged it loudly against the floor, hoping to flush out whatever was hiding. But there was nothing up there, nothing alive, at least. Determined, he went to the village store and bought 10 mouse traps. Back home, he baited them with food no hungry rodent could resist. He left the spade by the door in case a rat tried to enter the living space, a real danger for the baby. That night, the couple went to bed with the baby sleeping peacefully in her crib. Just before 3 a.m., one trap snapped, then another. Within moments, all 10 went off one by one. The baby began to cry, the woman panicked, and the man lay there furious, comforting himself with the thought that at least one trap held the body of the annoying pest. But in the morning, he found every trap triggered, every piece of bait untouched. He began to suspect a cruel prank. One thing to know about this man, he was deeply grounded, with no religious beliefs, no faith in the supernatural or afterlife. Strong and confident, he feared nothing. His wife, however, began to entertain a darker thought, that some kind of spirit or entity was tormenting them. The strange events continued. Each night, scratching and trap snapping kept them awake until dawn. The baby cried constantly at night, forcing the couple to sleep during the day. The man took to climbing into the attic the moment the noises began, spade and flashlight in hand. Yet every time he arrived, the attic fell silent. One night, they heard what sounded like hundreds of walnuts rolling across the attic floor, as if spilled from a sack. The man rushed up, nothing. Another stormy night brought the sound of hooves galloping overhead, like a horse running in circles. Now burning with rage, the man was convinced someone in the village was trying to drive him mad out of jealousy. He swore he would catch them. Then came a few nights of peace, enough to make them lower their guard. But the worst was yet to come. If you have any possible explanation, leave it in the comments. Share, follow, like, and subscribe for more mysteries and untold stories. Part 2 is on the way, or read the full story, link in the comments.